arm sliced off by the magic sword Anithio won't be healing anytime soon. And you can see what kind of...
Sam gene ang balum gube. Yeah.
Serious ifundini ungabulali umuntu wabekuseni.
My account when ndiyifundayo bro.
Awe.
Oh, Ma'am Linda now. Where's Ma'am Linda, guys? Yes, Ma'am Linda. Hey, I asked him that I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe she's coming. Wow, yena kanjani Buddhas?
Good morning, class. Can you hear me? Is there anybody who can hear me? Good morning, class.
Yes, ma'am, Linda.
Yes, how are you today?
I'm fine, ma'am Linda. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm fine. Respectfully, class, you don't ask where I am. You come to my inbox if you want to hear where I am. Yes, because some of you who are asking where I am, you're never early for class. So respectfully, you just come to my inbox if you want to hear where I am, because these lessons are being recorded and I've never been early for class. I wonder why you're asking me at 19 past. Have I ever been in class at 19 past?
Morning, ma'am.
Morning, Lita. Morning. Morning, Eset. How are you?
Now it's good, thanks. And how are you, ma'am?
No, I'm okay. I'm fine. Yes. You start ask if you want to hear where I am, simply come to my inbox because I've never even logged in before 20 past. Yes.
Okay, sorry, ma'am Linda. My apologies.
Okay, apology accepted, Lita. Okay, let's go to our formative. Okay, we are starting LP7 today. Yes, we are starting LP7 today. So let's just start by looking at our assessments. Yes, just to have a look. And remember at 9 o'clock, Mem Mavis and Mem Simpiwe are going to come in relation to work placements. And even if you were to go to work placements, make sure you delegate someone to present LP8 for you on your group. Let's say some of you will not be there because of work placements. You just delegate because it has to be delivered. Okay, I'm going to share I'm going to share my formative 7. Okay, still opening. So open yours as well, formative and summative. Reason we just want to look so that some who can be prepared to be working with the assessments can do so on their own time. So I'm opening formative 7. I'll share it once it's opened. I'll share it once it's opened. And I know LP6 is due. I hope by next week will be sorted so that you just submit it. You just submit everything, then to be left LP8. So if you be going to the workplace attachment, just make sure in your group there's someone who present. Because I hear there's one group that is due for workplace assessment starting October. So make sure there's one person who present for you. Let's say all of you are due for work already at the workplaces. Okay, I'm opening my formative for LP7. I'm opening my formative for LP7. Okay, there it is. So we are now I'm now going to share with you. Okay. Okay, I'm now going to share with you. Just let me know if you see it just let me know on your side if you see it. And for your assessments, I'm working on a slow pace for now because of lectures. But once these lectures are over, I'll be now starting to mark them fully. I'll be now starting to mark. So just make sure you submit competent work. That's what I'm urging you. Okay, let me remove this. Once you see the assessment, you tell me. So this is your formative 7.
Yes, it, ma'am Linda.
Okay, thank you so much if you see it. So we are going to this assessment of LP7 and they've got unlike LP8, it has got 7 unit standards, which means your assessment will be also low. So we have to put more time on our assessments because these lessons, they don't even check the audios. They check what is submitted is your portfolio of evidence. And on your portfolio of evidence, it consists of the assessments LP1 to LP8, formative and summative. Here we have already said you fill in all the details. You fill in, I'm now on summative 2, but you see some people, they don't fill details. Workshop venue, make sure it's online. Facilitator M, Dlamini X, Michael T, date started, date completed, everything is on that handout. I gave what, and when you're putting your yes, you put as Y. Yes, like that, you can board it. Don't just tick because it's saying yes or no, then you can board your yes. Okay. Well, let's board our S. Yes, then let's go to at the bottom. Let's continue. So all of the dates are there. Year 1 and 2. We already said it to be there in your summative assessments. You complete it as well. In your summative assessments, it's there how you'll be assessed. Okay, then you start with 14921. Let's look at the questions that are there. Okay, number 1, explain the difference between a stand-alone computer and a networked computer. So, because there are no marks, you must exhaust the question as fully as what is possible. Because there are no marks, you can't just write 2 sentences, 4 sentences. Because there are what? There are no marks. So make sure for you to be competent, you just don't write 2 sentences. If you are that type of person writing 2 sentences, because remember it's 80%, though there are no marks, I have to be satisfied that I gave this work meets a minimum of 80%. It's no longer 50%. So that's why I urge you to be serious. I'm about to finish LP2 formative and summative, but there's still some people who are not yet competent. So I wonder really what is going to happen. Describe mid-range computers or mid-range systems and client server model. Okay, for the meantime, I want you to give your phone numbers. The Johannesburg group, you text your phone number to Asset for WhatsApp, those whom I'm assessing, those whom I am assessing. And Cape Town group, may you text, because I don't assess some Kele, may you text Tyrene. Tyrene, will you be able to get the number of people for Cape Town? Tyrene, where are you?
Okay, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've said this before, but no one has actually texted me. So should I just DM them?
Oh yes.
Okay.
No one has come to you with their. I need numbers because now if they've got not yet competent, I need to get hold of them, and they'll be already at the workplaces. So how best can we do this asset?
Okay.
I need the numbers.
I'll DM them.
Okay, so everyone, also it's your responsibility that you just like text the asset. You can text on the board groups that this is my number. Please, you text your name and say name to asset. Yes. Oh, I kept on whom did I assess? Tyrene, are you here? Ivana and Tyrene, where are you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Tyrene, will you be able, can you kindly get the numbers of people who, like, oh, it's Ivana. Ivana, are you? Yes?
Taryn will join a bit later. She's having issues at the moment.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you for the information. Okay, Ivana, will you be able to assist me by getting numbers of people whom I assess for the Cape Town, for the RAIN group?
Okay, ma'am, I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you so much. Also, Ivana, you can just say this is my number on the group. Those in Cape Town, please, just inbox even Ivana with your number. You put your name and surname and your number if I access you. Then if like you don't text, it is going to be difficult for me if you have got a not yet competent in one of the what assessments I would have marked, because you have already finished the classes and to be on at your workplaces. So it would be difficult to get hold of you to make what corrections. So just to do that, I think it would also be of help if I assess you. So it's only for those whom I assess. Okay, so we are now on question 2. Describe mid-range computers or mid-range systems and client-server model. Yeah, I don't think the question, describe mid-range computers or a mid-range system. I think just to describe both, because it's saying or describe mid-range computers or mid-range systems and client-server model, just to describe both. You don't have to have an option. Then the third one, give a description of the characteristics of the configurations. Yes. Then number 4, demonstrate an understanding of the environmental requirements of the configurations. Okay. Then you go to the session 2. We are still on the same unit standard 14921. Number 5, describe categories of computer system applications. Number 6, define batch processing. Number 7, define interactive processing. Okay. And I think it's poor, and okay, I'll get to you, whom I said your person facilitating this. Then is it still the same unit standard? Let's check. Okay, we are now on another unit. This should be a new unit standard. What is the title? We are now on 14917. Okay. Okay, 14917, we have session 1 questions. Define computer architecture. Define computer architecture. Okay. The numbers are there. It's fine. You can just put according to the marks, I mean. Okay, identify the functions of elements which make up computer architecture. So here you identify the functions of elements which make up what? Computer architecture, which is 7 marks. Let's go to the third question. What is the idea of software simulation? Discuss the advantages and disadvantages. So your first idea is discuss the idea of software simulation. What is it? What is it? What does it consist of? Then you discuss now the advantages and disadvantages of the what? Software simulation. Then number 4, what types of binding occur at language definition, language implementation, and translation and execution? Where we are talking about binding, the types of binding that occur at language definition, the type of binding that occur at language implementation, then a translation, then and execution. Then session 2, explain the organization of a computer. Okay, number 5, briefly describe and explain the purpose of computer components, 15 marks. So you see, this is 15 marks. Make sure the points you write are valid. Yes, if it's not valid, you won't get a mark. So you have to make up of 50 valid points. Yes, something that is valid is something that consists of the what? Of answers. Yes, so when you searching let's say you search on the internet, go back to the question. Don't just come and copy and paste something that is what not valid. Yes, that's what some of you do. They just copy and paste. They don't even change the font. They change nothing and all. So number 6, demonstrate understanding of classification of instruction sets. Demonstrate understanding of classification of instruction sets, 5 marks here. Okay. Then let's go to the next one. Number 7, identify examples of operations common to many instruction sets. 7 marks, okay. Forgive my background noise. Then number 8, identify characteristics common in CISC hardware architectures. 7 marks. Then number 9, describe the design. Okay. Okay, my apologies, class. Then number 9, describe the design constraints in the design of instruction sets for computers with reference to instruction length. 5 marks. Then we go to the next one. Okay, then we go to the next one. We go to the next unit standard. Okay, now we are on 15908. Demonstrate an understanding of testing IT. Okay, we have session 1. Select an appropriate testing procedure for the IT systems to be tested. Okay. Okay, there are no marks, but you just write what is relevant. What is involved in a hardware test program? What is involved in a hardware test program? Number 1. Then number 2, what is involved in a software test program? What is involved in a software test program? Then define system testing. Define system testing. Then number 4, identify the general methodology or approach to test IT systems. Okay, identify the general methodology or approaches to test IT systems. Then we go to number 5. Explain the importance of collecting and recording data from tests. Okay. Then we go to number 6. Describe how to prepare for system integration testing. Yes. Okay. Like I said, here, if Xtensive had enough resources, we are going to be shown practically how these things are. Because you don't have be guided by what YouTube, watch videos like system testing. How do they do it? If you go to YouTube, it will illustrate. Yes, you're supposed now to be shown the practical side of system integration testing and everything. How to record data and test, but because we are working under limited resources, it's your responsibility. Just go to YouTube. YouTube, you have all kinds of videos that you want to watch and it will be illustrated. So that is what I urge you to do. Okay, I'll close my formative assessment. Then you go to what? So those were the formative questions. We just wanted to have an idea. Okay. Okay, let's go to, I'm going to open my, what is happening? Okay, let me open my summative. Okay, let me open my summative. Okay, those were, we are just wanting to have an idea of what to be expecting so that some people want to start working on it can work on it as well. And remember, for the meantime, you are working on your presentations during your own time as a group. During your own time, you can arrange during your own time. Because beginning of October, we just want to have what? We just want to do the presentations, and it's one day for each. Group one will take one day, the other will take yes. But we'll see how it goes, because you see, we won't be having time, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully by end of October, you'd all have submitted, but we'll see how far you are working, because there's no need to rush, then submit incompetent work. Of course, we'll use the dates that are there. Yes, we'll use the dates that are there, but we'll see how it is going. Okay, let me just open my summative. Okay, let me know if you see it. Let me know if you see the summative assessment. Okay, let me know if you see the summative assessment. Okay, once you see it, once you see the summative assessment class, you just let me know. Because here it's saying stop sharing. Is there something loading?
Yes, we can see it, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for those who responded. Thank you. Okay, this is our summative assessment. So the summative assessment mainly determines your competence, but however, I cannot say that it determines your competence, because you are supposed to pass all the 16 assessments. For you to get your qualification, you're supposed to pass all the what? 16 assessments, 8 formative, 8 summative. So you fill in here. You fill in your where are the learner details. Did I skip them? Okay, I never skipped anything. Full name and surname. You put your full name and surname as per your ID number. Name of assessor, you already know whether it's Mr. X or me. Date of assessment is there on the handout that I gave you. Venue, it's online. Okay, this is for me. Then you put, don't forget to put your signature of learner. Just put your signature of what? Of your learner. You do the same here, name, surname, date is there, contact telephone number, company, Xtensive Academy, then ID number.
Okay, sorry, ma'am.
Yes, let me come back to the class. Yes, is it SA2? Yes, SA2.
Okay, ma'am. Do the new students also know who the facilitator is?
I think they are aware. Yes, those new ones, I think they are aware. Let me just ask them. Oh, to the new students, those who joined us later, do you know anyone who can respond? Do you know who your facilitator, who your assessor is? Okay, without further waste of time, if you don't know whom your assessor is, just inbox me so that I check on the list. Thanks, Esed, for bringing that. So we don't need to waste time. Without wasting time, the new students, those who joined later, if you don't know whom your assessor is, just inbox me. Yes, and I'll check. If you are not on my list, it means Mr. X. So I'll let you know. Okay, contact telephone number, you put your learner number. Learnership agreement number, you don't put. Company, Xtensive Academy site, you don't put anything, then you put your ID number. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Okay, yeah. That is where I said on that formative where it was written that how are you going to be assessed? 1 and 2, it's written and or verbal questioning, then product sample and on-site assessment. remember on your assessment preparation, there was a portion where it says, how are you going to be assessed? So you write 1 and 2. You are going to be saying, how are you going to be assessed? You write 1 and 2, written and or verbal questioning, then product sample and on-site what assessment. Yes, so that is where I said you get where to saying 1 and 2 on your, you go to your assessment preparation, you see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is for you to read. This is for you to read so that you clearly understand. Here it is saying, advise the learner on what action to follow in the event of a not yet competent. Not yet competent means you have to be reassessed. And it is going to be like I have to ask Mr. X or Mr. Sibonelo to now open again so that you submit. So that's why I'm saying do your assessments carefully because they are closing them. Now, if you don't have it, because I was really surprised that I'm marking 2, like I'm finishing marking 2, but there are some people who are not yet competent, but I talked on the importance of being competent. But anyway, I hope you find a way to fix that. Okay, date of assessment is there. I just said you tick option 1, start 9 o'clock. You just say to, right to 1400 hours to 2 p.m. The online, you know, if it's Clamini OX or Mchai LT, language of medium used is English. Okay, language of medium, it's English. Then observation, oral, okay. So you put an X on simulation, you put an X on knowledge test and knowledge test. So all these you are putting an X on the first column only. Yes. Then your pre-assessment, you just put yes, then you say you put your what initials and surname. It's declaration that you are declaring that whatever you wrote, declaration of authenticity, it's your own work. So here you put your signature, don't forget your signatures, and don't forget your signatures on all pages at the bottom. Don't forget your signatures on all pages at the bottom. Okay, demonstrate knowledge of computer configurations and hardware. So here you are supposed to demonstrate a knowledge of computer configurations and hardware. In between, I want you to find the definition of computer configuration. Yes, so anyone in between to find a definition of computer configuration. What do you mean when you're talking about computer configurations? So there are no marks. Make sure you exhaust the question fully. State the advantages and disadvantages of using a network compared to a standalone computer. So here you are stating the advantage of using a what? A network computer versus a what? Compared to a standalone. Yes, computer. What are the advantages of a what? Network computer. Then the third one, okay. The third one, demonstrate knowledge of single processor and multiprocessor. Demonstrate knowledge of single processor and multiprocessor. So you demonstrate what is a single processor and multiprocessor, 2 different things. Okay, then number 4, distinguish between batch processing and interactive processing. Then complete the following table, like batch, interactive, and real time. You talk about their processing in batch, in interactive, in real time, response time for batch, interactive, and real time, user interface requirements for batch, interactive, and real time. You talk about them as well. Then assessor report, I said you are going to delete this assessor report and bring out the new one. The new one has got a green thing on top, and you write the unit standard number, you write the title, then you write how many credits. So I don't want to do I don't want to see this, you are going to delete here. Delete. Let me check if I've got the new one near. If I don't have near, it's fine. Let me just check on my desktop if I have it near. Okay, I don't have it near, but you might have. You have it. You have it. Okay, so I wanted to put the new one, but I don't have it near. To require me, okay, to go to my. I'll do it later. To require me, I'll show you later. But you know the new one I'm talking about, where it has got your uni standard title. It has got a green thing. It is colored in green, and it has got your uni standard number, uni standard title, and you see, I'm emphasizing on it, but you see another person still living and not replacing. So please do the right thing. I'll show you. I think it's in my inbox. So for the sake of time, let's move forward. You replace that one. Let's go to 2 now. 14917. Okay, 14917. We have got number 1, describe the operation and implementation of components of a computer, 5 marks. Okay, you make sure that you write things that are worth 5 marks. Explain the concept of firmware. Yes. Some can say firmware. Okay, what are the advantages of firmwares? Yes. Okay, whatever the pronunciation you decide. List the parts of a computer. Yes, saying list. Listing, you don't have to describe. You just list mouse, monitor, and all. Then let's go to number 4. Describe and explain the functions of any 3 named components of a computer. Okay, you listed them on top. Then you choose any 3 that you want. You describe the functions. Did not describe the functions of a mouse, of a keyboard, monitor, whatever you chose. Number 5, it has got 10 marks. Briefly describe the following: data handling and memory operations, control flow operations, arithmetics and logic operations. Yes. So here, because we don't have it practically, you can just copy this, go to Google, it will show you, go to YouTube, I mean, not Google, arithmetic and logic operations. That is how you are going to teach yourself some of the things, because literally we are not going to be like showing you doing practicals with Mr. X and to do that. Just copy, paste, go to YouTube. You see a video, you see there are many thousands of videos. You select which one you have a better understanding. So it's now your responsibility. Data handling and memory operations. Copy, go to Google, teach yourself by watching new YouTube videos. That is how I was teaching myself when I was doing my master. Some of the things they don't show you practically, that this is this is that. What is it? YouTube will guide you to have a better understanding. So that is encouraging you for better understanding. Describe the complex instruction set computer. So you're describing the complex instruction set computer. Pros and cons. Pros and cons means advantages and disadvantages. You go to your Google, you copy complex, YouTube, complex instruction set computer, CIS. You copy it, just you open your YouTube, paste, it will show you videos of that. That is how you are going to have a better understanding. Yes. Of the things, because at the workplace they are not going to say, did you do it or not? Then you say, they expect you to know everything. So that is how you are going to have, especially those who are going to go to IT based what firms or companies, they expect you to know it. So just go to Google and have an idea. Then third, now we are on this unit standard, the last one, which is 14908. Okay. What is the purpose of testing? Yes. Then identify factors which affect testing. Identify factors which affect testing. Then session 2, describe briefly a test approach methodology. You describe any test approach, what methodology. There are many tests they use, but you can describe any method. Then complete the table below of testing types descriptions. So there's integrated testing. So the one that focus, what is the focus of integration testing, system testing, end-to-end testing, regression testing, security testing, user testing? Go to YouTube, it will show you videos when they're saying system testing. What does it mean? Yes, user testing, what does it mean when you go to it? So that is how you are simply going to learn some of the things. YouTube, if you watch a YouTube video, it will clearly explain to you. Explain the importance of collecting and recording required test data. This question was also in your formative. Then number 6, identify problems with the collection of data and outline appropriate action to be taken. Okay. Then session 4, number 7, explain the importance of test documentation. What is the importance of test documentation? Assessor report here. Okay, you replace it with the new one. Yes, let me just stop sharing here and I go to my mails. Then I'll show you the new one. Okay, let me go to my mails. Okay, for the meantime, I just want to show you the new one, which one I mean. But you have it in your what? Let's hope I'll quickly log into my laptop, into my emails. Okay, I want to see the new one, then I'll show you if you don't, because it's very important to clarify, because you see people not only like not replacing it. We are waiting for Mem Mavis, then we continue, and Mem Simpiwe to come at 9. Then I'll let them know. I just want to show you. Okay, just that my laptop is a bit slow, but it's loading. Okay. Okay, let me just show you the new one. It's loading as well. Okay, for the meantime, you can prepare your questions related to workplaces that you need to, let me just inform them to come in. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm just want to see the, okay, this one, assessor report. This is the new one that I'm talking about. I'll share with you. Let me inform them to come in. Okay, this is the new one. Okay, when I said the new one, this is what I mean. Let me share with you, you see. Okay, this is the new one, and you have it. Let me know if you see it, share. And I'm sure you have it. If you don't have it, let me just Okay, let me know if you can see it. This is the new one. Let me send Vuyo again. Vuyo, can you put it again on the group? Okay, do you see it, class? This is the new one that you must replace at the end of each unit standard. Can you see it? Tell me if you see it.
We can see it, ma'am.
Yes, so that is the new one you must replace. You see, unit standard ID is saying let's say 14927. Unit standard title, if it talks about, you write the title there, it's at the beginning of each summative. It tells you. Then the credits are also specified. The credits are also specified at the beginning. So let me minimize this. I'll send to Fuyo later. So what I'm meaning here, let me share your summative again. Okay, so unit standard ID, unit standard title, credits. Okay, so it's there. So where, let me stop sharing, then I share your summative again, where you get that information. Okay, let me just tell them to, okay, let me answer this. Yes. Okay, for the meantime, we can leave it to Mem Mavis and Mem Simpiwe. Okay.
Morning, Ma'am Linda. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Mem Simpiwe. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you, ma'am?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, today I didn't get the time to mark the register, but I'm seeing a lot of learners. So, is Ma'am Mavis in the meeting? I didn't see her.
Okay, I think she'll come because she just phoned me. Maybe you can wait for her.
Yeah, she also texted me because I was supposed to be in training, but yeah, so because of the meeting, and I'm here. Good morning, colleagues. Okay, so the purpose of this meeting, like I stated in the WhatsApp group, is for us to discuss the you guys now moving to workplaces. You're going to move to your workplaces very soon. So I understand that there's 3 learners that are already at workplaces. So I've explained to them separately how it works. So I just want, so like I said, that the purpose of this meeting is for us to discuss workplaces, and please feel free to ask questions because we're trying to have everyone on the same page. I just hope that everyone is in the meeting because we need to like discuss everything that we need to know about workplaces, how they work, and all of that. while we wait for Mavis, I just want to say something about the register, just some concerns that I have. Okay, Mavis is calling me. Please give me a sec. Mavis is joining us. I believe she's in the meeting now. So yeah, so we'll just start with the meeting.
Ma'am, can we ask questions now?
Morning. Yes, you may ask.
Okay, ma'am. So how do I approach this company as an intern for this proposition?
Nice. Who's talking now? I can't
It's
see.
Neo, ma'am.
Hmm?
It's Neo.
No. Oh, okay. Okay, now we'll answer your question. I just need to check if Ma'am Mavis is here. Oh, she is.
I'm here,
Yeah.
Spiwe. Good
We'll
morning,
have
everyone.
questions.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How's everyone?
We are okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, great.
Okay, Spiwe, I believe there are some questions that the learners may have had. I'm not sure what you've covered so far. If you can just update me on what you've covered so far, then we can take it from there.
Okay, we didn't get much into the purpose of the meeting. I just explained to them, like I did in the WhatsApp group, that we are going to be discussing workplaces, how they work. So Neo just had a question about how he should approach companies looking for workplaces. So we didn't cover much. We just I just greeted and then explained the purpose of the meeting, and then we just waited for you. So that's all that happened while before you joined. So yeah, we may start.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So now you'd like to know how you approach the companies.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I believe you have been furnished with a letter of intent, have you not? Have you received that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Depending on where you stay, I would strongly advise that you look for companies around your location, so that you do not overextend when it comes to using a stipend. Okay. So the first thing that you would need to do is to approach the person who is managing the place. That would be your first step. The person who's managing the place, and then just let them know about the course that you're doing, and the type of practical workplace experience you need. And you must also indicate, I think most of the details are there on the letter of intent. You can show them a copy of the letter of intent. It has got details onto the obligations that we have to you as learners. So the company that you would be going to is not really liable to pay you anything. So with them, we want them to take you in as a work integrated training. So they don't have to pay you stipend. They don't have to pay you a salary. Okay. that is still being covered by us. So those are the details that you would need to further explain to whichever company that you're going to be approaching. Okay. But sometimes you get companies that are a bit skeptical, that would still need like more info and stuff. Should the company then need a contact person for Xtensive, they can either call myself or MEMS Piwe to get further details or confirmation of what you presenting to them. Okay, is that clear enough, Neo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna open the floor for more questions for now. Before we get to the nitty-gritties of what we really want to break down for you guys. Is there anyone else who's got a question for us?
Yes, ma'am. Ivana Barrow here. I just wanted to ask, when we received the email from Ms. Piwe, she did make it very clear that she's looking for us to go to certain places such as schools with computer centers, internet
Yes.
cafes. Yes, I just wanted to know, is it only limited to those certain stores, computer stores, or the certain ones that you gave through? Because there are people that are asked if I can intern there, and they do have computer systems that they do actually need help with, but it's not entirely a computer store.
Okay. Remember, you said it's Ivana, ne? Remember,
Yes, ma'am.
the practicals that you do, they must somewhat be aligned to what Miss Linda is teaching you in class. Okay. So whatever content that you're covering in class, they must be part of the content that you were taught. Remember, right now you're busy with the theory. So when you go into a workplace, you need to cover the practical content of what was taught in theory. So I think that is why MEMS PA recommended that you guys go to computer centers, because there you'll be exposed to a lot more break and fix. You'll be exposed to more technical support content than you would be in an average office, whereby you don't have any exposure to computers at all. So personally, I would strongly recommend that you go to you intern at a place where you're going to get the necessary skills. Remember, it's not just to pass time. The workplace integrated program, it's not just to pass time, but it's also to equip you to make you employable after the program. Okay. So if maybe, let's say for instance, you get an opportunity at an insurance company, as much as they can take you in as an intern, but please just ask them to also show you the ropes with how their IT departments work. Of course, some companies will be very reluctant to put in someone fresh from school into their IT department to do any changes. But even if you can shadow in the IT department, I think that will still suffice. But we do need you to record that in your logbook, what you were doing and what are your daily responsibilities with that particular company. Is my answer clear for you, ma'am?
Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Mavis.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome. Any more questions, guys? Okay. I'll just ask a general question. How many of you guys have sourced workplaces? Remember, on our end, we can look for workplaces for you, but now the workplaces that we will get, they will probably be too restrictive, especially when it comes to location. The reason I'm asking this, I want to find out if you guys have done the research and if you have approached any companies, or if you've got any companies that have approached you for to intern in their companies. So how many of you guys have found workplaces that you're gonna start with, and how many still haven't? Is there anyone who's got a workplace in here, guys?
Well, ma'am, I do have a workplace.
Okay. Is it close to where you're staying, Tapelo?
Yeah, it's somewhat close because it's located in Vanderbilt Park.
It's in Vanderbilt Park.
Yes.
Okay, meaning you need to take a taxi there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Spiwe, please note Tapelo because now we need to have a list of the learners that have got workplaces so that when we launch into also seeking workplaces for you guys, we know exactly who we need to assist. But those who have got already or those who can approach companies or schools that are near them, please by all means do so. Okay, do so and then inform us or rather send us the letter of intent that is signed so that we can record. Remember, we also have to do our own monitoring. We also have to do our month-to-month monitoring with your employers. So if there's a company that is taking you in as an intern, we would still need to continuously communicate with your mentors in that particular company to do site visits as well to check how you guys are coping with everything. Okay. So is it only Tapelo that has a workplace at the moment?
Me too, man.
Is it you also have a workplace?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All right. I think guys, you still have about 6 weeks. Actually, not even 6. The learners that are under rain, you've got I think less than 3 weeks to approach companies. The ones that are under Raging River, your workplace is going to start around about the 1st of November. So you still have about 6 weeks to play around with which companies you want to go to. We'll give you the time. However, for rain, we're going to have a follow-up meeting, I think just before month end, just to check that week of month end, just to check how far you are, if you have gotten anything. And then for Raging River, I will continuously check on you guys. But if you've got any questions, you're also welcome to WhatsApp me for guidance and on which companies you can approach and what would be suitable. Okay. Do you guys have any questions?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
So, if I'm planning to go to school next year, will I be able to complete the program while I'm still at school?
While remember next year you're going to a workplace, you will still be able to, depending on the course that you're going to be studying.
Oh, okay.
Depending on the course that you're going to be studying. Remember, one of the conditions for the learnership is that your qualification, we don't hire people who've got an IT qualification, right? Because it has got the components of the technical support that you're doing right now. Okay. So it will depend on the type of course that you're doing. Okay.
Okay. So the course that I'll be doing, it's somewhat related. It's computer engineering.
It's computer engineering.
Yes.
Okay. Just contact me offline and then we'll talk. I think I will need to check the course outline in terms of the modules that are covered. Then I'll give you proper feedback based on that.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you, Tapelo.
I also have a question, Miss Mavis.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
because some of us are a bit anxious, if we are unable to find a place to intern ourselves and, all the odds remain that you guys also couldn't help us find one, will we be kicked out of the program?
No, you're not going to be kicked out of the program. That is why we are talking to you now, because remember, most schools are always eager to take on interns, they're always eager to take on interns. That is what I'm saying. Sometimes you'll speak to the principal and then he will be a bit reluctant. Just give them our contact details. We'll also speak to them on your behalf. Should you have any challenges. If you've approached a school or you've approached a company and you're having a bit of a difficult time or they're a bit skeptical, just give them our number. We'll speak to them. We've got interns who've worked for SASA before, who've worked for various municipalities, who've worked for schools. So you've got a lot of options. You've got a lots and lots of options. The only thing that those particular parastatals will do with that is that they would give us a call to find out how the program is ran and just to confirm if the learner is legit. So those are the challenges that you must expect to come across when you go out there to source workplaces.
Okay, thank you for clarifying with me.
Okay, no problem, ma'am.
So, ma'am,
yes, who is speaking at the moment? I can't see clearly.
it's me.
It's Neo.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Okay.
Can I approach any school? Oh.
Yes, definitely. The closer to you, the better. The closer to you, the better. The closer to you, the better. Also, preferably the ones that do have cat labs. Those would be preferred, but approach a school and hear what they say. If they don't have a cat lab, let us know. And then I think one of the things that we'll need to discuss with them is that it's not that the entire school does not have computers. Some schools do have computers, but those computers are probably based in the admin section, in the admin area of the school. So I think some schools we can work around such challenges.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, who am I speaking to?
Noma Sabata. Okay, in terms of schools, can I also approach the FET college?
Definitely you can.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You can. Remember also when you approach a school or a company, remember these people are also your prospective employers. Okay, so wherever you go, you need to make sure that you do your utmost best. If you see yourself working in that environment, remember you're going to be with them for about 6 months, 5 to 6 months. You're going to be with these people, so you just need to make sure that you create an impact that when the time comes for the learnership program to end, you should be employable. Okay, so you need to strategically place yourself in a position whereby you are easily employable when the learnership ends. Okay, so don't just choose an average like for instance, don't just choose to go to a store where you're just going to be doing bare minimum, and then at the end of the program they're saying that no, the learnership is finished, and the relationship ends there, the working relationship ends there. Make sure that wherever you go, you'll be easily employable. You make an impact that you are easily employable at the end of the program. I can't emphasize that enough, because the whole purpose of doing a learnership, guys, it's not just for you to do another learnership at the end of this program. It's to ensure that you're employable. That is why it has got a workplace component. Right now, whatever that you're being taught in class, it's in preparation for that. Okay, it's in preparation for that. So I would strongly advise that you place yourself where you'll see that you've got potential to be permanently employed. Okay. Do you have any more questions? Guys, do you still have more questions? Okay, if there aren't any questions, Spiwe, would you like to say anything?
Um, So yesterday I was trying to catch up with, I was trying to make follow-ups with the learners that replaced the learners that left the program.
Yes.
Abo Blossom, Pindile. So I sent them a WhatsApp text just trying to find out if they've submitted and all of that, because with the previous groups, learners were not allowed to go to workplaces when they still have outstanding submissions, because once you guys leave to workplaces, it's difficult for you to come back and be in the zone of being in class and having submissions, having your facilitator there always telling you this is outstanding and all of that. So I'm not sure about the learners that started with the program. So I don't know where they stand with submissions, but when it comes to logbooks, there's still logbooks that are missing. Like there's learners that have not submitted even a single logbook. So I'm
in this program.
I don't. Yes. So
On
I
the
don't
current
know.
one.
Yes. There's learners that have not submitted. But yesterday I was looking at logbooks, and then there's some who, those I've complained about before that have not submitted anything. I see a lot of them, they've now submitted. It's just the September logbook that's missing. But yeah, so I can't point out names now, but they know themselves, the ones that have not submitted. So I don't know how we are going to deal with that.
Please give me an example of one, because right now, as it stands, guys, when we do verifications, the issue of logbooks becomes problematic for us. Can you please give me a list of the learners that do not have the logbooks submitted, so that we can find out here, right in front of everyone, why are the logbooks not submitted? Can I please have those names, Piwe? We've been stressing the logbooks issue, guys, for a very long time. By now, you know exactly what you're supposed to do. We can't be talking about logbooks every single month as if you don't know what you need to submit.
Ma'am Spiwe.
Paul, are you one of them?
No, I want to ask a question.
Oh, it's fine. Okay.
I wanted to ask, like, what are the required hours from Xtensive at these practical places, like per week? Do we stick to the same ones we're doing right now, or are we required to do like the whole day with them? And how many days a week are we supposed to be working there?
You work as per the working hours that your host is prescribing. We don't dictate the working hours. However, a normal 8 to 5 is a standard one, but you work according to the working hours of where you are placed. Okay. If the host employer knocks off at 2, you knock off at 2. If the host employer is knocking off at 4 o'clock, but the nominal hours of a standard employment contract, it's 45 hours a week. So those hours must be covered. Okay. Minimum. Okay. Yeah. Banele, I see your hand is up. You may go ahead.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to ask, in a case whereby you go to a school, ne? And schools have school terms, they close. So how are you going to account for those days when the
like
school
I'm saying,
close?
on your logbook, ne? Your logbook must indicate what is happening. If the schools are closed, you must indicate on the logbook that schools are closed. Some companies have December holidays, for instance. Okay, round about the 13th of December, then the company closes. The the company closes and then they will have a specific open time. You need to indicate that as well on your logbook.
Okay.
Yes. Any further questions, guys? Spiwe, are you finding those names? I still want to address the yes, SA2.
Do you need any written paperwork regarding confirmation of employment by the employer?
Did you read the letter of intent, SA2?
I just skimmed through it, ma'am.
You didn't skim through it enough because you would have seen that the second page of that letter of intent has a confirmation part
okay.
where the employer needs to acknowledge. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yebo. Spiwe?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Did you find those names for me?
Yes. Do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Okay. So one of the learners that I have here. Okay, this one is an old learner. Umjempu no kukhanya. I haven't seen a logbook yakhe, and then Mahlasela Khomotso. I also haven't
Is
seen her
Khomotso
log.
still in?
Yes, she is.
Khomotso, are you in?
Or in class? Yeah, I think she is. Today she is. I marked her present.
You marked her present.
She is, unless if she
Okay.
left or what, but she was here. And then the learners that joined the program late, they haven't submitted. It's only Utakalani that has submitted. So I haven't seen anything from Blossom, Kamogelo, Skumbuzo, and Utabo Viz.
Okay, Blossom, how long have you been in the program, ma'am?
So they're missing 2 logbooks because they started in July. So Blossom should have submitted 2 logbooks, the July and August logbooks. Yeah, the new learners, most of them they joined in July. So they haven't submitted yet. So I don't even know if they know how to do logbooks.
Were they shown how the logbook is completed?
Yes, we did a separate meeting for them, just for them to understand how the program works and all of that.
All right, Blossom, is there any reason why you haven't submitted your logbooks? Blossom, I believe you are in the meeting. Can you please answer me? Is there any reason why you haven't submitted your logbook?
Hi, ma'am. I already told Spira yesterday that I'm struggling with my laptop. So by Friday, I'll submit them because I laptop. They gave it to me. It works only when you're charging it. So it was jamming as well.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout for that, ne? We'll be lookout for that. We'll be on the lookout for that. And then in terms of submissions, Ma'am Linda, are you satisfied?
Yes, ma'am, I'm satisfied with the submissions of assessments.
I told Spira yesterday that we buy a laptop. So by tomorrow, I'm gonna get it.
Okay, thank you, Blossom. Thank you,
Because
Blossom.
the other learner, ukuthi i-laptop yakhe isebenza kanjani, athi no, you just have ukuthi ubhale, just try to write. It's okay, I'll just submit everything on Friday. Because I told Uspio I already done 2 assessments on my side.
Okay.
because I'm replacing a learner, so it's kind of difficult. And then I asked
You have to
one lady
catch up.
my questions that I don't understand. She said she'll assist me.
Okay. And then thank you, Blossom. I think we'll check your submissions regularly. I'll check which company were you had, and was it Rain or Raging River?
Yes, that's it.
It was Raging River.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. No, we'll just need to check also your submissions. We just need to make sure that by the time you go to the workplace, all your assessments are in there.
Okay, but I'll try out by Friday. I'll submit everything because this one that I was using, it was jamming. Ngapha kumele ihlezi charger mangabe ngiyayisebenzisa. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Blossom. Ma'am Linda.
Yes, ma'am.
Most of the time I do see your correspondence in class, ma'am. In terms of how the learners are answering their questions, and some of them are leaving blanks on the documents. Would you like us to address that?
Or you can do that, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right, guys. One of the things that I've noticed with your assessments, and the concerns that we receive from Mem Linda. Remember, she's facilitating, but also she's your assessor, right? And she goes through each and every POE. And now we've noticed that some of you guys upload documents that are blank. Some of you don't answer all of your questions, okay? And it becomes problematic when now you have to go to a workplace and these assessments have blank spaces. Remember, your assessment does not only end with us, it also needs to go via the CETA, okay? So if we've got blank assessments or some questions are not answered, guys, how do you expect to be competent in this course? Because the competency element is still needs to be achieved, whether you go to the workplace or you just do the theory. I've noted some of the assessments, and if you're going to be submitting such quality of work, that means that we'll have to go back to this thing of us holding stipends until you actually guys you answer the questions correctly and you structure everything as you were instructed. Also, the signing of your or of your assessments, you guys don't declare on your assessments. Were you not trained on how you're supposed to complete your assessments? Were you not trained on which parts are you supposed to fill in, and which parts is the assessor supposed to fill in? Were you guys not trained on that? Ricardo, I will ask you, say, were you guys not inducted on how you're supposed to complete the assessments? Mr. Baloyi, I'm asking, say, were you not inducted on how you're supposed to complete the assessments? Mr. Ricardo Baloyi, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear.
Okay, wait, did you guys get training on how you're supposed to compile your assessments?
Yes.
Okay, if you were, but why are you guys not doing it?
Mistake, ma'am.
But it's not a mistake if it's continuously done, Ricardo, now, is it? Sinovio, you don't know how to fill out an assessment document. You don't know which parts you must fill in. Sinovio?
Too, ma'am.
You do. Then why is it not being done? Why is it not being done, guys? Because now if you do not declare on your assessment, it will be like you wasted a year. of your life now. The CETA can't process you guys. They can't make you competent if you are competent, if you're not signing those documents. If you're not signing those documents, please also inform IT that we would like to check if the assessment agreements were signed, if the assessments agreement were signed. And also, I think we're going to do regular vetting of your assessments now. We're going to do a regular vetting of your assessments to check if you guys are signing, and also if you guys are writing correct information and you're not submitting blank documents. The only
Sorry,
thing that
ma'am.
you mentioned is going to workplaces. And once you're at a workplace, it's difficult for us to get this work from you. Spirit, did you want to say something, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to add on to what you were saying, that sometimes when I look at your logbooks and then I make you redo it or I make you sign it, it's not because I'm trying to waste your time or anything. During verification, so once the program is done, there's a process that's called verification. We do it with the CETA. So they do ask us to open your documents randomly. Like they'll just say like open Paul's maybe logbook on the 6th month, maybe for the June logbook. And then when I open it, maybe it's not signed. There are, maybe it's a workplace logbook. There's no comments from the manager. It's not signed by the manager. It doesn't look good from our side. Also for the learner, because now it's like you didn't even go to the logbook. It's like you're lying on the logbook. Also assessments that don't have declarations where you didn't put in your ID number, you didn't sign it, you didn't put your name. They say it makes it look like we forced you guys to do the assessment or we did it on your behalf because you didn't sign it. That's why some of you, I ask you to please put your digital signature. Like don't type in your name on the assessments or on the logbooks. You need to sign it, like the signature that you used for your contracts, use the same one too. That's why I even told most of you when the program started that the signature that you create, please save it on your phone and then you'll use it, or save it later on your laptop to use it for all your submissions. They look at those things. So sometimes you might find that you delay and then you'll be like, when are we getting our certificates? And then it's those findings that create these delays with the program. So please make sure that you sign where it says a candidate signature. Those things are important. They need to be there.
More than 100.
Okay, does everyone understand what Ma'am Skewer just clarified now?
Yes, ma'am, we understand.
Okay, and then the other thing that we picked up on the previous verifications that we have been doing, ne? This thing of copy and paste, guys. Believe it or not, they do check. If you're going to use, let's say SA2 is now using Paul's content, Paul's answers, they can easily pick it up. Okay, if a document moves from one person to the next, they can easily pick it up. Okay, so just be very, very diligent with your work, and make sure that your submissions are on point. Like we're saying, that when it comes to verification, they check randomly. We can submit a sample for moderation, but the CETA does have a right to check randomly on the learner submissions. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. I think if you don't have any questions, we're going to let Ma'am Linda continue with her class. But like I said, with regards to workplaces, if you guys have got any queries, you're welcome to text me directly or to send me an email directly just to get clarity on some of the things that you did not have an opportunity to ask. Spirit, do you have any more questions, or do you want to say something else before we can close?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I just wanted to add for logbooks, guys, please make sure. I don't know how to stress how important it is for you guys not to leave blank columns on your logbooks. Those things they also check. Like, imagine that now we are in September and then we are only going to do verification next year. And then they open, and then I open a logbook and then there's blanks on it. And then those questions come to me. They're like, okay, so what was happening with this learner this week, on that blank week on the logbook? I have to explain something that I can't even remember. How would I remember something that happened in September? So, like I always say, that even if you're not in class on that day, state that you were absent on that day. State that if you were, some of you even have things like assessment 1 on your logbook, and then there's no unit standard. Those unit standards, they need to see them. There's a program that we did, I can't remember which one exactly. There was errors with logbooks. We had to take one learner's logbooks, download all of them from the portal, and then check all the unit standards that they did. And I think we were able to match that all the unit standards were completed. So imagine if someone from the CETA did that with your logbooks, and then they find that you did not state all the unit standards that were done. So it looks like you didn't even finish the qualification. So please make sure that the unit standards are there. Don't just put that it's completed or it was done or what. You need to state the unit standard that was done on that. Even if it's a repetition, put it there. They need to see it. Don't leave blanks. Like maybe said that if your company is closed, you must state that the company is closed. Don't just leave blanks, because like your logbook should make sense to someone who was not there. They need to open it and it should make sense. And also on your assessments, please make sure that you don't leave blanks. Answer all the questions. Declaration is very important. Like, it gets us into trouble when there's learners that submitted things that are blank or that were not declared. Make sure that you sign where they say sign. Put your full names. Put your full name and surname on your assessments. Please, guys. That's all from me. I don't know if you have any questions.
Okay, I think if there aren't any questions, Ma'am Linda, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to address the learners. We really appreciate it. These were really pressing matters that we needed to address with them. I think we'll just touch base again sometime next week, but we'll confirm with you before doing so, ma'am.
No problem, ma'am. Anytime you feel like you want to talk to them, you can always come.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Is
can
there
I
a
ask
question?
before you leave?
No
Yes, there is
problem.
one. So, ma'am, with the errors being noted from our assessment, so that's are we going to be able to rewrite them or maybe fix the errors?
I think we're going to try and make provision for that, but that has not been confirmed as yet, because remember, if we have to now go back and rectify everything, this means that we are also saying that Ma'am Linda must go back and remark everything, which is really not fair, because you guys were given instructions on what you need to do. If you know that your submissions had errors, I would advise that you go and fix them. Okay? I would advise that you go and fix them. Once you've done that, inform us, and then we'll discuss on how we're gonna move forward from that. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Any more questions, guys? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Linda. Enjoy the rest of your day, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Enjoy your day too. Thank you, ma'am Cynthia.
All right.
Enjoy your day too.
Thank you, guys.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye, ma'am Cynthia. Bye, ma'am Memphis. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Okay, do you feel like you want to take your break now? Then we come back at 20 past.
Yes, ma'am.
Or we just continue. Okay, let's take our break now. Then we come back at 20 past. Come back at 20 past. When you come back at 20 past, you have your PowerPoint slides. Okay, let's meet at 20 past.
Oh, sorry, ma'am, for interrupting you. Please just try to remind everyone who's being assessed by you in the Cape Town group to please direct message me. Only a few have contacted me and I've been filling in others, but I have no idea who is in the Cape Town group and who is in the Gauteng group. So I'm just trying to do everything from what I remember.
Okay. Okay, those who are in the Cape Town group, those whom I assess, may you please text Ivana with your full name and surname. Yes, and your WhatsApp number. Don't just say your full name and surname because you specified the number so that she won't have to look on top again to see. Just say like Linda Mchai 07 what and all. In Joburg text essay to please let it be done today so that it won't be continuous. Just to do that because I won't be able to get hold of you. You heard what Mem Memphis said of the corrections. So Cape Town text Ivana, Joburg text essay to please. It's not a hard thing to do. Okay, thank you. Let's meet at 10:20.
Hi.
Zondiwe, Nxibakazi, nithi Mike.
So
Okay, let's be back and we continue. I said this. Okay, let me just find out now. Okay, I'm opening my. Okay, this one is the one I wanted to share. Let me save it. Save it.
Miss Linda?
Yes.
While you're opening the slides, I just wanted to ask, did the guest lecturer get back to you?
No, he said you get back to me by tomorrow to schedule. Then if he can't, then he informs me. So I'm still looking for another person in case he says he won't be able to make it. So I'll wait for tomorrow. Then if he says he can't make it. So by next week, would have had someone to come and teach you and teach you that you need standard, or they found someone if you can't make it. Okay, then I say what? Okay. Okay, did somebody find a definition of computer configuration? Okay. Nowadays, I force people to answer. If you choose to remain silent, it doesn't affect me at all. Okay, let me see here. Computer configuration. Computer configuration. So we'll be talking about computer configuration. Let's see here and what it gives me. What is configuration? Okay, this is what it is telling me. And you also go to YouTube. You watch video connected with computer configuration as well. Nowadays, you'll be teaching yourself by YouTube. Okay, generally, a configuration is the arrangement or the process, the arrangements of the parts that make a whole. So a configuration is the arrangement or the process of making the arrangement of the parts that make up a whole. Okay, let me close this. In computers, okay, then it continues. In computers and computer networks, a configuration often refers to the specific hardware and software details in terms of devices attached, capacity or capability, and exactly what the system is made up of. Number two, in networks, a configuration often means the network topology. Then the third one, in installing hardware and software, configuration is sometimes the methodical process of defining options that are provided. Yes, let's go to another. Let me look at another definition. Okay, let me. In computers and computer networks, a configuration often refers to the specific hardware and software details in terms of devices attached, capacity or capability, and exactly what the system is made up of. So I guess we have an idea. So I'm going to open my slides, then I share with you. So by next week, someone they've come to to teach you, then you can see when you can submit 6 and 7. So let me open my slides now and share with you. When you see them, may you kindly tell me. Okay, it's opening. Okay, let me share with you. Okay, when you see it, may kindly tell me. So we have known the word configuration. We now go straight to our content. When you see it, may kindly tell me. When you see it, please tell me.
We can see it now.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Okay, describe past, present, and future computer hardware configurations. You are going to watch YouTube video of computer hardware configuration. Okay. Okay, computer configurations and hardware. So I was just getting also from your learner guide. If you want more, you can Google yourself. But now I'm urging people to watch YouTube videos where they clearly illustrate computer configurations and hardware. Like today, you're going to go to YouTube and watch videos of computer configurations. In communications or a computer system, a configuration is an arrangement of functional units according to their nature, number, and chief characteristics. Often, configuration pertains to the choice of hardware, software, firmware, and documentation. Okay. The configuration affects system functions and performance. Okay, forgive my background noise. Let me tell them. Okay, computer configurations and hardware. Okay, we did that one. Computers are very important to preserve pace while using the high rate world. Okay, I would like to pose a question to you, to the class. What are the benefits of having computers? Let's discuss what are the benefits of having computers. Yes, Lita, what is the benefit of having a computer? Lita, Sibusiso, Wongaletu. What are the benefits of having computers? Okay. I would leave you over 5 minutes. You have to give, yes. You have to give me the benefits of having computers. I'm saying I'm giving you 5 minutes. Google is there, guys. You are blessed to have been learning with Google. Me, I learned years back when there was no Google. Google, what are the benefits of computers if you don't know it by head? Yeah, blessed. Me, when I learned there were libraries where you'd rush to the library for a textbook only to be given that the librarian have reserved it for their certain people. Okay, Google for me. What are the benefits of having what? Computers. We did it at 10:30. It's just a simple question that I'm asking. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. Then at
Benefits of
10:35.
having
Yes, is it
benefits of
which
having a
letter?
computer. It's later. It's instant.
Yes, later.
Instant access, vast information for educational resources, easy communication with family, friends, and colleagues through email, social medias, or video conferences, and efficient management of scheduled tasks and documents, entertainment, skill developments, and online courses and tutorials. Those are the benefits that I have.
Okay, thank you so much, Lita, for the answer. Thank you so much, Lita. Then we got to Tyrene, then Timeka. Tyrene?
Yes, ma'am. Another benefit is quick access to information, and also the fact that it's convenient for communication as well, because it's much quicker, and so on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tyrene. Then Timeka?
There's a lot of different types of benefits, such as personal benefits, which can involve improved communication, which is email, video conferencing, like we're doing right now, or social media, as well as access to information. There's also educational benefits, which we can have remote learning, such as we're doing right now, online courses, as well as degree programs. There's also professional benefits, which is global connectivity, increased efficiency, um, and economic benefits, as well as social benefits. The economic benefits, if you want examples on that, there's improved banking, so online transactions or mobile payments. And then the social benefits, you can have access to services such as online shopping, food delivery, or social connections, social media, online communities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think Lita, Tyrene, and Timeka have exhausted it all. So let's, okay. With no computer system, you're generally surely going to lose a number of amazing opportunities to advance ahead throughout life. If you have in mind buying computer by yourself, it is vital to take notes of a few points. Although there are several things to consider, some time of getting a PC, you must ensure you get checked the idea of computer hardware configuration. It's also wise to make sure your personal machine can quickly be improved after investing in it. Okay. This is the stage where you need to install brand new hardware to switch the elderly one. You can prefer a hard computer, floppy travel, power present, or some other type of computer system. You should look into shopping over the web. Another thing to be aware of is that you can always look from a realistic site. This can be one major issue for this option of getting hardware over the web. There are generally many internet sites selling ineffective parts, and these are generally the sites that you should avoid by any means. Okay. So what is the difference between a standalone computer and a networked computer? If you go to Google, you can see that a standalone computer will be just one, and a network computer, there'll be, so what? It will be from one connection to the different one connection or a source, and there'll be so many. So you go to Google, you see pictures of standalone computer and network computer. You can go to YouTube as well. They talk about standalone computer and network computer. A standalone PC is exactly that, alone and not in a network. A network, the PC is connected to other PCs in a network. There's a picture I liked here. Can I see if I can get to share it? Let me just see. Stand alone. Okay, I'm just seeing if it can be open that I saw yesterday. It was just simple and self-explanatory. Yeah, this one. So let me see that I share this. Okay, it's opening, but if it can't, let's see how it goes. If it can't, I'll just show you like that, and I'll just print mine. But it will be small. Yes. Okay. It's open at the file, then I just okay. Share, let me say window. Okay, so I think you can see, tell me when you see this one. Here it's a network. It's coming from one source, and the standalone is just, can you see the picture?
Yeah, it's visible, man. We can see it.
Okay, thank you, Lita. So this, okay, thank you so much, Lita. So this is the network, what computer here, where my cursor is pointing, and this is a standalone. You can have another example here of network what? Then standalone computer, network computer system is standalone. Okay, I'll stop sharing this, then I go back to my slides. Okay, I'm going back to my slides now. So what is the difference between a standalone and a networked computer? A standalone PC is exactly what that, alone and not in a network. A networked PC is connected to other PCs in a network. Okay. A standalone computer. A standalone computer is a self-sufficient system. There is no connection to any other computer. For various tasks such as writing a memo or creating a spreadsheet, the software applications installed on the standalone hard drives are used. The standalone may also have a printer, scanner, or external hard drive system to its CPU, computer processing unit, to use to print or scan a document or implement a backup system. Okay. Okay, so that is it. Let's see here. Okay. So central processing unit, CPU. The standalone may also have a printer, scanner, or external hard drive attached to its central processing unit to use to print or scan a document or implement a backup system. So it's central processing unit. Okay. An advantage of a standalone computer system is that it is more secure than computers that are part of a network. A standalone lessons and possibly eliminates the concern that hackers, spyware, or viruses can compromise confidential information by accessing it. The major advantage of not being part of a network is not being able to accomplish any tasks that require an internet connection, such as email, browsing the internet, or sharing files with other users. Anything that is not locally stored on the computer's hardware. Then you now go to a network computer. A network computer is a computer that connects to one or more computers for the main purposes of communicating. The advantages of a network computer that it shares resources such as software, applications, printers, disk drive, and data files with other networked computers. A disadvantage of being a network computer is the real possibility of becoming a victim of computer hackers, viruses, or spyware. With the possibility of a root threat, it would be in your best interest to install a virus protection and malware function. Although a standalone computer system has certain security advantages compared to a network computer, it is not very effective in today's world of technology. Data communication and networking are the way of the world, requiring the need to create highway of data through a network computer. Okay. Activity 1. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages of using a network compared to a standalone computer. Here they are saying they want advantages of a network computer system versus a standalone computer. This is 1042. Okay, let me give you up to 1042 plus 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, let me just give you up to 10 or 11 o'clock to do this work, activity 1. Yes, activity 1, let's save it up to 11 o'clock. Up on mute. I'm saying let's do this work until 11 o'clock. The one that is on your screen, activity 1. Okay, which says that discuss the advantages and disadvantages of a network compared to a standalone computer. Oh, it's okay. Let's do it up to 11 o'clock, I mean.
Ma'am Linda.
Yes, SA2.
Is the question phrased properly, ma'am?
Let me see. Okay, how was it supposed to be?
So we're discussing advantages and disadvantages of using a network, not networked computer.
Of a network, like network-based computer.
Oh, based computer. Yes, that's what I'm asking, because like the way it is right now, it
Okay.
just changes.
Okay, so let me add network-based what? Okay, network-based.
And I already did this error on my assessment. Oh, I have to fix it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So let me just say a network what? Based what?
It's
Computer
not your fault,
system.
ma'am. The question is already the way it was.
Yes, I just took it from the
Yes,
guide.
ma'am.
Okay. But okay, let me just say like this. Discuss the advantages. Thanks, I said to discuss the advantages and disadvantage of using a network computer system compared to a standalone.
It makes sense now, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Essay, to compare to a what? Yes, to a standalone what computer. Okay. Okay, thank you, Essay. Okay, let's give feedback. Let's give feedback. Okay, yes, Tyreen.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm gonna list 2 advantages and disadvantages for each of them. For network-based computers, an advantage is resource sharing and then access to shared databases and applications, whereas a disadvantage is limited control over individual settings, and then also there's potential for network congestion. With a standalone computer, and 2 advantages are independence from network connectivity, and then you also have full control over individual settings, whereas a disadvantage would be limited resource sharing, and then also you would have to update software manually, rather than with a network where I think it happens like automatically. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tyreen. Who else wants to? Okay, let me see other pages. Thank you, Tyreen. Okay, there's no one raising up there. Okay, any other person to add on to what Tyreen has just said?
Ma'am.
Okay, it's Neo. Yes, Neo, go ahead.
Okay, on my side, I have advantages of using the network-based computer, which is resource sharing. In a network, resources such as printer scanners and storage devices can be shared among multiple computers. And central management, the networks allow centralized management of software, data, and security settings, making it easier to update and maintain the system. Improved communication, there's efficiency communication in the network, scalability. Networks can be easily expanded to accommodate new computers or devices, allowing for future growth and flexibility. Enhanced security. Networks can be equipped with firewalls, encryption, and other security measures to protect unauthorized access. Then,
Yes, go ahead, Neo.
okay, ma'am. Then the disadvantages using a network complexity. Networks can be complex to set up and maintain, requiring specialized knowledge and expertise. Security risks. Networks are susceptible to security breaches and other cyber threats, which can compromise sensitive data and disrupt operations. Dependence on infrastructure. Networked computers rely on infrastructure such as routers, switches, and servers, making them vulnerable to downtime and connectivity issues. Cost setting up and maintaining a network can be expensive. Okay, so and then performance issues. Networks can experience performance issues such as bandwidth limitations, latency, and congestion, leading to slower data transfer. Thank you. Ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, Neo, for the answers. Okay, thank you so much, Neo, for getting into detail with that. Do you have anyone else to add what Neo has just said? Do you have anyone else to add what Tunay has just said? Okay, just a minute. Okay, if there's no one, okay. If there's no one, we can just gladly what continue. Mid-range computer or a mid-range system? Okay, let me just check again here on my Google. Okay. Okay, you can also see the picture if you Google mid-range computer on your site. Just open another page and Google mid-range computer. Mid-range computers or mid-range systems are a class of computer systems which fall in between mainframe computers and micro-watt computers. You also have to have an idea of what is a mainframe computer and what is a micro-watt computers. The class emerged in the 1960s, and machines were generally known at the time as mini computers, especially models such as Digital Equipment Corporation, Data General, Hewlett Packard, however you pronounce it, and Sun Microsystems. These were widely used in science and research as well as for business. IBM favors the term mid-range computer for their comparable, more business-oriented system. Then, since 1990s, when the client-server model of computing became predominant, computers of the comparable class are instead universally known as servers to recognize that they usually serve end users at their client computers. Since the client-server model was developed in Unix-like operating systems, using this term frequently implies support of standard rather than proprietary protocols and programming interfaces. Then we have the client-server model. The client-server model is a distributed application structure in computing that partitions tasks or workloads between the providers of a resource or a service called servers and service requesters called clients. Often clients and servers communicate over a computer network on separate hardware, but both client and server may reside in the same system. A server is a host that runs one or more server programs which share their resources with clients. Okay, you may forgive my background noise. A client does not share any of its resources but requests a server's content or a service function. Clients therefore initiate communications between sessions with servers which await incoming requests. The client-server model was developed by Xerox PARC during the 1970s. It's now a prevalent in computer networks. Email, the World Wide Web, network printing are typical examples of the model. Then you go to description of the client-server model. The client-server characteristics describes the relationship of cooperating programs in an application. The server component provides a function or a service to one or many clients, which initiate requests for such services. The model assigns one or two roles to the computers in a network, client, or a server. A server is a computer system that selectively shares its resources. A client is a computer or a computer program that initiates contact with a server in order to make use of a resource. Of a resource. Data central processing units, CPUs, printers, and data storage devices are some examples of resources. This sharing of computer resources is called time sharing because it allows multiple applications to use the computer's resources at the same time. Clients and servers exchange messages in a request-response messaging pattern. The client sends a request and the server returns a response. To communicate, the commuters must have a common language and they must follow rules so that both the client and the server know what to expect. Let's continue. The language and rules of communication are defined in a communications protocol. All client-server protocols operate in the application layer. Whether a computer is a client, a server, or a bot, it can serve multiple functions. For example, a single computer can run web server and file server software at the same time to serve different data to clients, making different kinds of requests. Client software can always communicate with server software on the same computer. Communication between servers, such as to synchronize data, is sometimes called inter-server or server-to-server communication. Then it says, refer to the picture or illustration on page 14 in your learner guide. So you have to go to page 14 in your learner guide and refer to what we are talking about as a picture on page 14. Okay. Client-server applications even have hooks back into the client end user's desktop to generate reports in Excel or Access and documents such as invoices or a pick list in Word, taking advantage of the Microsoft Office software running on the end user's desktop. This integration makes saving, sharing, and printing the records or documents as simple as using any other Office application. Okay. What is a computer configuration? What is a computer configuration? Let me see. Okay, computer configuration is termed complete when all the major functional parts, which include hardware and software part of it, get assembled. Okay. Proper assembling plays a major role in the performance of the computer. The performance and productivity of a computer completely depends on how smart is your choice of accessories. Before you start using your PC, first you must configure it with all basic setups. The basic setups needed for assembling a PC include the main memory, hard disk drive, card reader, the central processing unit, CPU, CD drive, monitor, modem, and definitely a Windows operating system. Okay. I wanted you to give a question. What is it? Okay, before we go to activity 2, let me give you 5 minutes. We once did this question. I want you to define what is computer hardware and software. We meet at 11:20. Computer hardware and software, and give examples. We meet at what? At 11:20. When you say we meet, I'm not going out. I'm just giving you time to do it. So define computer hardware and software and give examples. Okay, let's meet at 11:20. You've got 5 minutes to do this. Define computer hardware and software and give examples of each. have feedback? Yes, Ivana?
Yes, ma'am.
Ivana?
So you requested us to find out what computer software as well as computer hardware. So computer software is basically your operating systems like your Windows, or if you're using, what is this, Apple, then you've got your Mac OS. But then as when it comes to computer hardware, that is basically all the physical components of the computer system, like your CPU, your motherboard, your RAM, the things that we've been learning about throughout the program.
Okay, thank you so much, Ivana. Yes, thank you for your answer. We go to Samkele.
All right, Mlinda. For computer hardware, it is a physical component that makes up a computer system. Examples include central processing unit, motherboard, RAM, and monitor. Then for software, it is a set of instructions that tell the hardware what to do. For example, operating system such as Windows and Mac OS, applications, and these are software with specific tasks. It could be Microsoft Word, it could be Spotify, it could be Skype or Teams, it could be games such as FIFA. And then we have drivers. These are software that allow communication between the hardware and operating system. And then we have programming languages, which are tools that are created to write software. And then we have antivirus, which protects the computer. Thank you, Mamlid.
Okay, thank you so much, Samkele, for your answer. Thank you, Ivana. Anyone else to add what Samkele and Ivana just said? Is there anyone who can add on to what Samkele and Ivana just said? Can we have one more person? Okay, thank you, Brandon. Yes, Brandon, you can go ahead.
Okay, so my answer is quite short. Basically, hardware refers to the physical components of a computer or device, such as the CPU, RAM, and peripherals like the keyboard or monitor. It is tangible and executes tasks directed by software. In contrast, software consists of programs and instructions that tell the hardware how to operate. Examples of this includes the operating systems and applications. So to simplify, apologies, hardware is the physical equipment of a system, while the software is the intangible code that controls how the hardware functions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for your answer. Okay, thank you, Brandon, Samkele, and Ivana. Thank you for your answers. Okay, we then move forward. We then move forward to activity 2. Define your understanding to multi-user operating system. Include illustrations from the internet as well. So if you've got any illustration that you want to share, I can stop sharing while we are giving your answers. Then you can share. So here we want you to define your understanding to multi-user operating what system. So here in bold it is going to be multi-user operating what? Operating systems. Okay, that's the first question. Also describe the following operating system. So you are going to use multi-user operating system. Go and see how they are. Yes. After class, watch YouTube videos to see these what? Yes. What we be meaning by that. Remember, I said when you go, especially if you are going to go to a workplace that is mainly IT, they expect you to be knowing. So you have to be knowing the things. Okay, simple use of single task is a single use of multi-sky tasking. So you've got first question, second question here. Then the last question, give the difference between a single processor and a multiprocessor. So we are going to start by answering each question at a time. So 11:26. let's meet at 12 o'clock. Do these questions, let's meet at 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, when we meet after revising, we know off. We still have got tomorrow. There's no need to rush. Okay, just to remind me, Paul, you are doing what is it? Paul, on 7, are you doing formative or summative? Okay, others, you are now busy with your work. Others, you are now busy with your work. We'll revise at 12 o'clock. Be busy with those questions. Okay. Paul, which one are you doing? Which one are you facilitating? Formative or summative?
I think formative, ma'am. Formative.
Okay, formative 7. Who is doing summative 7? It's Brandon
Yeah,
and
ma'am.
Tyrene. Okay, yes, Brandon and Tyrene. Okay.
Paul also, sorry, ma'am. Paul, if you want to like, collab with the facilitating for formative as well, we can do that.
Yeah, cool. No stress. Maybe we can decide like halfway through formative. You can take half, I take half. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that
think.
works.
Okay, thank you so much, Brandon and Paul and Tyrene. So you organize together. Okay, how it is going to work. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's meet at 12 o'clock. Me, when I say let's meet, I'm here, I'm on my computer, I'm in the class. I'll be just saying, let's meet so that we discuss. Okay, I'm meeting at 12 o'clock. We meet after discussing, we can just call it a break. I find it no reason that we sometimes we end our lectures at 1 since we have started all day. It's supposed to be 8 to 1, but sometimes I find no need to keep like holding you. Okay, I'm meeting. Let's meet at 11, at 12 o'clock.
Miss Linda,
Yeah.
can you have them send the register? Just like let them know.
Okay. Thank you, Brandon. Let me just text them. Thank you so much.
Ma'am Linda, can I please be excused just for 5 minutes?
No problem, Lita. I can be excused. It's all right.
Okay, thanks. Setu, has the register been sent already or what?
Nah, not yet, G.
Oh,
Again. Let me remind them again. I did. Okay. Thank you.
It's just been sent, Peter.
Okay, thanks. I just saw it now. Thank you.
All right, good.
Guys, are we waiting till 12 or are we supposed to sign the register and then log off?
We are waiting at 12. We revise. After revising, we knock off.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Terry, noted. Okay. Define your understanding to multi-user operating systems. Include illustrations from the internet as well. Would like to go first? Okay, let's revise. We are revising. Would like to go first? Okay, Brandon, then Tyrene. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am, I don't have any illustrations. Is that fine still?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so a multi-user operating system enables multiple individuals to access and use a computer system simultaneously, whether locally or through a network connection. Each user interacts independently with the system, and the OS manages resources like memory, CPU, and storage to ensure fair allocation amongst users. Examples include Unix, Linux, and Windows Server. Some of the main features are resource management. This allocates CPU, memory, and peripheral devices to ensure fairness amongst users. Then task scheduling prioritizes and schedules tasks for various users to optimize performance. Next, we have security. This enforces authentication and data protection, ensuring users have access only to authorized data. Then lastly, data handling. This manages file access permissions, restricting or granting user access to files and directories. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you for the answer. Yes, then we go to Tyrene.
Okay, so what I have here is that multi-user operating systems allow multiple users to access and share system resources simultaneously. Multi-user operating systems are commonly used in servers and data centers, enterprise environments, research institutions, educational settings, and government agencies. Features include user accounts and authentication, access control and permissions, resource sharing, process management and prioritization, memory management and protection, networking and communication. And then examples of multi-user operating systems include Unix, Linux, Windows Server, mainframe operating systems, for example, Z/OS. I don't know how to pronounce that. And then one advantage of it is improved productivity through shared resources. And then one disadvantage is that it's increased complexity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we are done on that one. Let's move on to the next one. Also describe the following operating systems: single user, single task, then single user multitasking. Okay, you also go to YouTube, like I said, to watch videos after class. Okay, let's go on. Who wants to go first? Brandon?
Yes, ma'am. My answer is quite short though. So single user, single task is designed for one user to run one task at a time, and it is used in simpler devices where only one operation is required, such as calculators or ATMs. And then single user multitasking allows a single user to perform multiple tasks simultaneously. And it is common on personal computers where users might browse the web, edit documents, and play music at the same time.
And anyone want to add what to Brendan has just said? Can raise up your hand. I don't want to begin to mention names. Anyone wants to add what to Brendan has said?
Okay, can I go, ma'am?
Yes, SA2.
It's
You can
basically
go.
the same thing. So on single user, single task, this type of operating system allows one user to perform one task at a time. An example is the DOS, disk operating system. In this system, When a user wants to run a new application, the current task must be completed or terminated first. And then an example of an illustration is that a user working on a word processor cannot surf the web simultaneously. They must finish typing their document before switching to a web browser. And then for a single user multitasking, this operating system allows one user to run multiple applications simultaneously. Modern operating systems like Windows, the Mac OS, and Linux fall under this category. Users can switch between applications such as browsing the web while listening to music or editing documents. An example of an illustration would be a user can